Hi, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, Anna, a little bit spooky. We're playing with some makeup today. I have like a random pile of drugstore makeup that I've picked up over the last few days. Thought we could dive in, play with it. Some of it I've had for a little bit, but some of it is new to me. But I don't think any of them are really actually new products. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're just gonna play with some makeup and create a look. I want to go 90s inspired. Like a very soft 90s kind of smoky eye situation. And just playing with affordable products. That's kind of the gist of it, but some of the stuff will be first impressions mixed in. So, I'll let you know which is which. Let's get into it. Did y'all ever like just steal your husband's clothes for no reason? Like, I'm wearing his button down. Because it's comfy. It's comfy. And it was on top of the laundry pile. So I put it on today. And yes, I'm going to warn again if I sound a little different speaking wise, look a little different. I've got a temporary bridge in my mouth. So there's a hunk of plastic in my mouth and it's awkward. But show must go on. Show must go on. Cue Queen song right here. Dr. Pepper cream soda, still amazing. I went and picked up groceries the other day and I bought a thing of the cream soda Dr. Pepper, the berries and cream Dr. Pepper, strawberry Coke Zero, and a regular Coke Zero. My favorites right there. So anyway, for today, I'm going to do an eye look with 1111 palette because I've only used it a couple of times and I want to play with it some more. I've got an eyeliner from Revlon. This is one of the So Fierce vinyl eyeliners. And I picked up in the shade Mighty Mocha. And it's just a really pretty brown with a bit of metallic, but I think it's going to operate fine as a nice brown liner. So I picked that up the other day on clearance at my local grocery store. I also picked up this red one, which I spoke about in a previous video and used and did kind of a look around. Very cool product from that. I also grabbed a lip liner from Revlon. This is one of their Color Stay Longwear lip liners. This wasn't on clearance or anything. I just wanted to try a lip liner because I apparently love the Revlon lipsticks that much. I thought, well, let's see how good their lip liners are. So I got this, I think, in nude. Yeah, nude. So far, it looks like a good shade. I picked up a new blush from Covergirl. New, been on the market forever blush. This is one of their cheekers. Get the little silly brush out of there. Don't need that. But look at this color. Oh, yes. It caught my eye. It's on the bottom shelf at Neighborhood Market. And for some reason, I was just kind of bored and killing a little bit of time and just looking around. And it's like, ooh, I like that color. And it's like $5. And I was thinking about, well, I haven't bought a new blush in a really long time. Why not get us a blush, you know? After all, why shouldn't I? Anyways, this is in Soft Sable, not Sophisticated Sable. Sophisticated Sable is more pinky mauve. And Cool Tone, this is kind of the warmer counterpart to it. It is a just warm nude blush with a golden sheen. It's very reminiscent of Warm Soul from MAC. Just a little more punchy, I think. So that's something new to me that I'm testing. I also picked up the Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I've not actually noticed this anywhere before. Like, I knew this existed, but I just never saw it anywhere, and it never caught my eye until the other day. I was like, oh, I guess they restocked and added some new stuff to the Neighborhood Market. And I saw this and I was like, let's give this a go and see how it performs on the face. And then as I was looking at the Covergirl display, I goofed. I meant to buy, or what I thought was the new Covergirl skin tint with the little balls in it. It's like the Chanel dupe. Now, I wasn't paying attention, just saw the shape of the bottle, and apparently I bought the Covergirl Plus Olay Simply Ageless 3-in-1 foundation. It's got the swirlies in it, which actually I've been wanting to try this forever, forever, and just never got around to getting it. But it's always one of those foundations I'm just curious about. It's like, what is that all about? And I never hear anyone talk about it. Never seen a review of it. So I picked it up. This has hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. we'll give it a go, see what it does. I also bought 5 more super lustresses from Revlon. I know, I have a problem. I have 15 now. The thing is, I can't resist them. They have so many beautiful colors. And I could not just walk away. I had to buy them, so I got 5 more. But I got the shades, what do we got here? Smoky Rose. Doesn't Smoky Rose sound lovely? This is a pearl finish. And it's pretty color. This one called Desert Escape. The bottom of it looks purple. That's a weird sticker because it's actually just a really pretty warm nudie lip. And this one is a cream. It says new on the bottom. Don't know how new. We got Raisin Rage. Raisin Rage. Apparently I want to collect everything that says raisin and sable and coffee that exists at the drugstore. So just another lipstick, pretty color. And what else did I get here? I got caramel glaze. Yeah, caramel glaze. Caramel glaze. It's a pearl. Just this really light, sheeny pearl. I swear my mom had this one. This looks so familiar. This one and like Smoky Rose. I'm like, I think she had those. And that raisin one probably. And lastly would be Extra Spicy. Because that sounded like something I needed. And look, that's beautiful color. Hey, yay. Revlon, you're killing me. But I think I'm set. I think I'm set. I think I've bought enough of those. So anyway, let's dive in. My eyes are primed. My brows are on. And for the rest of the face, I'm just pulling some random stuff that I already have. So, eyes. I'm gonna prime them real quick. I've already done a little bit of eye primer, but I'm gonna throw a little concealer on the lids just to kind of even them out a bit. So I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Incognito because I haven't reached for that in a long time. I thought, well, let's pull this out. So they're playing some drugstore stuff. I'm just gonna put a couple of dabs of this on the lids just to even them out. And tidy up under the brow. Just a touch. By the way, this is a lovely concealer. If you're looking for a very affordable concealer that is solid, Covergirl Incognito, no, Wet n Wild Incognito, the way to go. And they also have a very nice shade range, very buildable coverage, nice natural matte finish. Just a good concealer, really is. One of my favorites. I'm just gonna dust a tiny bit of powder over top of that to set the lids down. Just grab a little e.l.f. Halo Glow because that's in front of me. I like to have a little powder on the lid before I get started because I have oily lids. I use eye primer, concealer, and powder to truly prime them. But yeah, talking's still a little awkward with this big boy in here because it is basically a hunk of acrylic attached to my teeth at the moment. Just in the meantime, till the permanent one comes in, it's getting color adjusted, so it had to go back to the lab. I feel like I sound a little different. I definitely look different. I don't know if you notice it, but I notice it, because I stare at my face all day editing myself. All right, let's get started with 1111 here. I think this is such a pretty palette. I'm in love with it. And I do like that it offers that little bit of warmth that I Need a Nude doesn't. All right, so I'm going to take, I think, some of the shade called Lucky Babe to start. It's the cool tone right here. We're going to begin with that through the transition, sockets, all of that region. I did not pull any of my brushes. They're just all scattered over there and make it a big mess. But I'm actually going to do all matte eye today, I'm thinking. Let's take that through the sockets. I don't have to do my eyes first today, but I just would rather do the eyes first. I feel like my makeup just comes out better when I do. It's like the perfect transition shade. Like it's a really nice like contour color. Like, I would love to have this in a big pan. I really like taking this with just a big old brush and going right all up in that socket area. Now I'm going to go a smaller brush, and I'm going to take the shade called Perfect Harmony. Just this one right here. And it's a really cool tone, kind of purpley taupe. Plummy taupe, maybe. And we're going to put that a bit tighter into the socket. Pretty. That's a very pretty color. I enjoy that shade. Perfectly 90s. Very Kevin Aqua. Kevin Oakland, as we would say here in central Louisiana. Which he's from northwestern Louisiana, I believe. So it would have been Oakland, where he was from. Because they don't have a Cajun accent up there. They just sound more Texas-y. Texas, Arkansas-ish accent. And where I'm from, we just sound like Alabama. My part. But, 30 minutes down the road. Super Cajun sounding. It's crazy. Our accents are so all over the place. And pronunciations. But yeah, if somebody had the Kevin Aquat, their last name was that around here, it would just been Oakland. But proper pronunciation would be Aqua. I do believe. Yeah, I am awful at speaking French, so I'm not the one to ask about any of that. I had to ask multiple sources on how to pronounce that. Because I kept seeing everybody kind of just debating about it online. So there's that. But this color makes me think of something that he would have used on a model back in the day. Right. So, I mean, pretty. Why do I always insist on standing things up, like on their butts? I know I'm going to knock them over. Why do I do this to myself? Let's grab that eyeliner from Revlon, the So Fierce Vinyl eyeliner, and Mighty Mocha. I would like to have a Mighty Mocha right now. Run this along the upper lash line. Ooh. That's pretty. Gosh, that goes on like butter. Dang. That's very pretty. Wow, that's so easy to apply. This is a long wear, so I'm going to go ahead and blend it. And soften it up. The way I like to do. Oh, that is a nice brown. Very deep. Easy to blend. Good stuff. Good stuff. Revlon has just got me, as the kids say, in a chokehold. Except for that Luminous foundation. That did not. Nope. That was a big nope for me, but lately they've been just kind of doing it for me. Wow, that is so easy to work with. I can tell it's like shimmery. I think it's just more supposed to have like a vinyl finish to it. So it's not matte. But the way that I like to use eyeliner is kind of a base and I build off of it and stuff. It's not going to make any difference. I'm more so into like the longevity, the blendability. That's more what I look for. And the shade. And I really like the shade. But my Urban Decay brown liner is getting a little small and I used up my drugstore options. So it's like, yeah, it's time to pick one up, and well, it was right there in the clearance bin, so why not? Alright, now I'm going to take some more of that Perfect Harmony shade that we did through the socket. I'm going to pat that over the liner. Nice. 10 out of 10. Don't sleep on your local grocery store with makeup. Sometimes they got hidden treasures, especially if you go to a Kroger. Kroger has like a really good makeup section. I rarely go to Kroger's because it is out of the way for me for one thing, and it is in the busiest part of town that's an absolute nightmare to get into and park. Like it's in like the main bougie area in town. And everybody seems to want to go to that grocery store because it's like a Kroger signature. So it's like a Whole Foods meets Kroger. It's fancy. But they have a killer makeup section. I just don't enjoy shopping there, though, either. Like, it feels snobby. Now I've gone to a Kroger up north, and up north. I've gone to one in Bossier, which is a couple hours north of me, and it was also in the bougie area. And it was lovely. It was so big and open and clean and organized. It was an awesome experience because it was a brand new build. It was just really a really nice shopping experience. The one here has been here as long as I can remember. And it's just been kind of, I wouldn't even say like remodeled so much. It's just, I don't know, they've kind of like fixed it up here and there, and I think they expanded it, but it's still, it feels crowded. That's why I don't like it. It's crowded. But if you need like something special, that's where you gotta go. Now I'm gonna grab a little small brush. I think this is a brush that I broke. And I'm not sure how the brush is actually supposed to be. This is a Morphe M152. Isn't it supposed to look like this? But it also, it's like that. Like I can't tell which way was it supposed to be. Like, I don't know. I kind of like it all pulled out. I like what's happening here. So I'm gonna like tighten the ferrule so I can keep it like that, because I think it's a very useful brush shape. And I'm gonna take the same shade, that Perfect Harmony color, and I'm gonna do this with it. Let me get some pliers and like tighten that up so it stays the way it is. Oh yes, Morphe with their amazing quality. The only reason I've hung on to some of these Morphe brushes is just because they were like a unique shape or something that I just haven't replaced with another brush brand over the years. And that is the only reason the few are still hanging around in my collection. It's just got these odd shapes. Nice. This is looking nice. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how this brush is supposed to look. Now I'm like, was it just broke when I got it? Like, and the bristles were shoved down too far? I guess it matters. Jump back to Lucky Babe. And I'll just put a little bit of that onto the lid. Right there. That little shadow. It's looking a little too cut creasy for what I was going for. Oh, I'm so wired today. I haven't even had that much caffeine. I'm on one today. It's the hair, because the hair's on one, I'm on one. Pumpkin's on one. We're having us a day. We got the house to ourselves. We don't know what to do with ourselves. Home alone and just having us a Kevin McAllister kind of day. I've been eating junk food. Like I don't spend a good portion of my time at home alone. But my husband's on a little trip to help a friend move, and I'm just like, face mask, hair mask, long bath, junk food, just like I'm on a staycation. You know, his trip is not a vacation. It's helping someone move in Miami. So he's gonna be gone for like 4 days, I think. And I went and bought groceries like it was the apocalypse, like I was hurricane prepping or something. Bought like more food than I could eat in a week. But what if I want options? What if I don't want to eat that? Panic shopping. Like, girl, it's a weekend. Alright. I think we're looking pretty. I like that. I'm going to take some of that shade called Divine next, which is this one here. The darkest brown. It's got sparkle in it, but the sparkle really doesn't matter. It doesn't translate onto the lid. Put some of that right here at the lash line. Just patting that on. You know, I think I'm going to put a little bit more of that Perfect Harmony onto the lid and kind of make it a smoky lid as well. A little bit on this inner corner. And then just let it diffuse. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's nice. Cool. I actually really like that shade. I love the lid like that. Alright, now I'm going to take some more of that darkest brown. Run a little bit more of that on the upper lid. And then I'm just going to diffuse it. Do something very just nice and smoky. You know, this palette actually reminds me of, and this is kind of a vibe we got going here, is that new Makeup by Mario palette. Like, I can't remember what it's called, something neutrals. I feel like that's what the vibe we're getting here. These eyeshadows. I have not tried a single thing from Makeup by Mario. I don't know why, it just doesn't interest me. Like, nothing appeals to me from the line. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. To me, it looks like makeup they have 1,000,000 times over already. And I just don't need it at all. Upper lid done. I'm going to tidy up fallout because I got a little ham blending. That's just me being a messy girl. I kind of want to get like a little bit of Hung Van Gogh vibes with the eyeshadow. So I feel like this is kind of the way he does eyeshadow when he's doing like a smoky eye. Yeah, so we can call this a 90s smoky eye. I'm going to step away from eyeshadow for a moment. Let's do skin. Let's see what this Poreless Liquid Putty Primer is about. I have the original. I like the green one. I think it's really nice. The acne-fying one. The formula feels a little bit better. I have the OG, like original one that I use just to clean fallout up. Which today I just used a little bit of eye cream to clean up the fallout. So let's take some of this. Get the same long-lasting makeup grip and smooth finish. The fan favorite Poreless Putty Primer, now in a silky, weightless formula, or liquid with it. Apply evenly to face using fingertips and pat into the skin. Allow 30 seconds to set before makeup. Okay, a little bit out here. This is what she looks like. It's just a pink, runny kind of liquid. Oh, it feels like it's thicker as you rub it. Huh, weird. So I'm gonna just spread it onto the skin first. And then do a little bit of patting, pressing. Feels really good. I think the texture feels nicer than the putty the original putty. That feels lovely on the skin. Definitely softening. I can see that little bit of that filtered look. It's offering like a pore filling primer. A little bit mattifying, but not overly mattifying. You know? Very nice texture. Yeah, as far as just the texture goes, I like the way this feels. A little bit better than the putty version. I think this feels really good on the skin. Yep, it's definitely like kind of blurring and smoothing. I don't know how much you could see that, but I can see it in the mirror. That's cool. Alright, just gonna make sure it's pressed in. Give that the 30 seconds. It says, before we go in with this, Covergirl plus Olay Simply Ageless. So hyaluronic acid complex with vitamin C. I don't know how much of the skincare is actually in here, if it really matters. But I mean, it does have the swirls that look like a face cream within. And it does smell nice. I squirted some out in my hand yesterday, and it has a really nice skincare smell. I like that. But you got a pump. It looks like one of those airless pump situations. And she is thick. This is a thick, beefy formula. Very, very thick. It feels like a moussey cream. Ooh, looks like a pretty decent coverage too. Yeah, very thick. I know nothing about this, so we're truly going in blind. And let's just see. I think I did good on the shade match. I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to use a e.l.f. Duo Complexion brush. I really like the smell. It smells like nice skincare. So far I do like that. But yeah, she is thick. It feels like a product for a brush or I don't know how it would do with a beauty blender. We will test that another day because I will do a wear test and full review of this foundation with some more detail. Yeah, that shade match is dead on. I didn't get the palest. I actually got, I think, a step up. This is 205 Ivory. It seems to be like a skin-like satin matte finish is what it's looking like. Oh, she dries down. Let me pump out some more. Such a nice smell. I guess that's what Olay products smell like. I can't remember. I'm guessing this is meant to be a hydrating formula and meant for mature skin because it's in the Simply Ageless line. Didn't Ellen DeGeneres do the ad campaigns for this? If I'm remembering correctly. That lovely lady, also from Louisiana. And I'm saying lovely in a very facetious way. Because I have heard she is a nightmare. Honestly. But yeah, she's a Louisiana girl. I will say, for all the negative things I've heard about her personality and working with her, she does a nice job on the flipping properties. Like, I've seen some of her interior design. It's pretty. Okay. So how is this looking on the skin? Now, admit it, I'm pointing it over that primer, so I am going to experiment with this more and really kind of put it through the paces and see. But so far, it looks a little makeup-y. This looks heavy. Yeah, I can like see it on my skin, you know? It is not a pretty finish. I don't think mature skin would like this. It's looking a little crepey and textured right in here. I'll have to see how it plays on its own without the primer. But not loving the way that is looking in my fine lines. And it's not the easiest to blend out either. Like, it looks heavy. Like, it looks like it's just sitting on my skin. Definitely not a very refined formula. Maybe if you did like the lightest application like that, but then you have no coverage. This is a weird formula. It looks like it's wanting to like cling to my skin in weird ways. But again, I'll try it without the primer and see what it does. I mean, it's not the worst looking foundation, but it doesn't look as smooth as I would want it to right in this region. But again, early days. I'm not immediately wowed by it. It's maybe one of those foundations that's just a little more finicky and needs a little extra. It may have like a specific application technique that does better with it, so I will experiment with it. I mean, again, it's not looking bad. I just see it kind of looking a little heavy, just right there. And I've had such good luck with foundations lately. It's like, oh, come on. It's definitely kind of a matte finish. Like a satin leaning more matte. I'm confused by it. Just kind of confused. It's definitely like dries down. Like it feels like I wouldn't even need to powder it. But I also feel like that wouldn't be a good idea either. So I feel like it would just melt because of the skincare situation or like that. I don't know. It just feels like it needs to be set at the same time. But it's definitely a matte finish. I feel like if you had dry skin, this would not be for you though. I could anticipate on dry, flaky skin, anything like that, surface dryness or something going on. I can tell this would be one of those that's going to cling to things that you don't want it to cling to. It just kind of has that feel to it. But I'm going to let it hang on the skin, see what it does, see where it ends up as far as the appearance goes. And if it kind of warms up to my skin or something. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just not flawless either. Not completely flawless looking. Looks a little heavy. Yeah, just a little heavy. So I will test it on its own and give it a little more the benefit of the doubt, work with it, and see really what's going on with it and look up some details about it. But so far, I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't recommend it over anything, that's for sure. If it has like some crazy wear time and starts to look better on the skin, I don't know. We'll see. But for right now, I feel like it definitely has the potential to go a bit makeup-y. You know what I mean? That kind of heaviness, and it could potentially look cakey and dry, I think, on dry skin. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of cream contour. I'm just going to breeze through because it's nothing new. Taking a little bit of e.l.f. contour wand in the lightest shade through here. Using a different dual-ended brush from e.l.f. I think so far, really, with that foundation, it just feels like an older foundation that's been on the market a while. It doesn't feel up to today's makeup standards, if you will. I want to try the other one. I thought that was it on the shelf. I'm a doofus. I mean, my skin does look kind of hydrated. I definitely can see some dewiness breaking through now from where it looked matte. I'm starting to see a little more of that creamy look, which I don't hate. It's definitely getting a little bit more radiant to it, a little more glowy. So maybe it's one of those that really does have to kind of warm up to the skin a bit. Yeah, because now it's not looking so bad. Still a little heavy right here on the pore area, but it's definitely adjusting to my skin a bit more. And kind of becoming a little bit more dewy. But I still think this is one that will cling to dry patches and stuff. It just has that kind of texture. You can just kind of tell. Alright, I'm taking a shade up in the e.l.f. Beauty Wand in the more, I think this is like light mediums, more bronzy color. And I'm going to put a little bit of this on the forehead. Bring some warmth in to the skin. I will say I enjoy the fragrance of that foundation. And I'm taking the highlighter wand and Champagne Campaign. It's playing okay with my liquid products here, though. I think I enjoy that primer. I think that might be a little bit of a winner here so far. But again, further testing will be needed. Concealer time. Incognito. Now look at the concealer on. I don't think it looks too bad. You just really need to like push into the skin more. I wonder if maybe that's one that will perform better with a sponge. Maybe it needs that. And maybe once it's powdered, it might look a little nicer too. A little smoother. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out. And speaking of powder, let's put some on. I'm going to do the e.l.f. Halo Glow under the eyes. I think this makes a great under eye powder. I got an itch. I had a tickle. Under eyes look good, but I didn't put that foundation there. And for the rest of the face, let's see, what do I got that's drugstore that is in front of me? I got the IRL powder from Makeup Revolution. We can use this on the rest of the face. I haven't got anything else. This drugstore powder. Just put a bit of this in the T-zone. I think the powder might have helped the situation a little bit. This is a very blurring powder. Yeah. Okay. Improvement. Definite improvement. I still think it looks a little bit heavy right there, that one spot. The rest of the face, it doesn't really look like that too much. Just right in this mouth region, I'm not loving it. Maybe I just put too much, layered on too much. Maybe this is one you're meant to go easy with. I think it looks good on the chin, and the nose, and the forehead look alright. Yeah, maybe it was just a human error. Might have just been me. Requires further testing. I think I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, a little bit of powder over. It's kind of a smoothing powder. It looks really nice. Sometimes a primer, though, can make makeup look a little makeup-y. So, I mean, it could be in the confliction there. Let's do lower lash line. I'm going to go back to that eyeliner from Revlon. I'm going to run this in the tight line on the upper lash line real quick before I move on. Yeah, I'm trying to stab myself in the eye while I'm at it. Alright, I'll bring a little bit right under here. And give that a blenderoo. Any old blend, a blenderoo. And back to 1111. I'm going to take a bit of Perfect Harmony. Right there. Roll a bit of that along the lower lash line. And then a bit of the lighter taupe Lucky Babe. I will say some of the names of these eyeshadows are a little cringe. Alright, just blending that out. Cool, cool, cool. I'm going to do just a tiny bit of Divine. Right out there. That outer corner nice and dark. I think that's the eyes pretty much done. Now, I think on the inner corner, it would be really pretty to put a little bit of this shade called Perfect Angel right here, which is that white pearl shade. I think some of that could be really pretty, just on the inner corner. And like maybe a kiss across the brow bone. Right there. It's not super metallic, it's just kind of a brightening pearlescent shade. Yeah. Yeah. Do a little right here. Now that gives it the 90s touch. Just that right there. In the inner corner. I'm even going to take a little bit of that on my cheekbone because it makes such a pretty highlighter. Just a little bit right there. Okay. Now let's check out this blush. This is the shade Soft Sable from Covergirl. I just thought it was so pretty. And I'm going to use this today as my blush, clearly. Just going to dip a little bit into here. This has kind of a golden sheen. It looks fairly pigmented. Oof. Oh yeah, that's a lot warmer than I anticipated. But beautiful. Okay. Blush is a winner. 10 out of 10 on this blush, and she is very pigmented. It has a really pretty sheen. Very toasty. This is a toasty blush. Toasty nude. This would be so pretty on a lot of skin tones, I think, too. But yeah, it has a really, that pretty soft sheen that the Covergirl blushes tend to have that I think is lovely and really, really enjoy. Yeah, it's like a little bit more of a pigmented Warm Soul from MAC. Like it's still in that family, but it's just a little more rich. But if you're looking for something that reminds you of MAC Warm Soul, that's a good one. That's a really good blush. CoverGirl's always done amazing blushes. That to me is one of their standout products, is a blush. They're beautiful formulas. They've got really, really beautiful shades. That's their hallmark to me. Alright, I'm throwing some mascara. This is Telescopic Lift from L'Oreal. Just wondering where my lash curler might have run off to today. It does run away. And this is in the black brown shade. And let's see if we can do this without stabbing ourselves. This is a dangerous, dangerous wand. She will hurt you. She will. It's like doing a mascara with a porcupine. But the mascara is pretty. It gives such a pretty effect. Worth the risk. I think the wand is very insect-like. You see Maybelline has a pink mascara now. It looks so pretty. The Sky High's been coming out kind of fun colors now. I might have to get the burgundy. So I just decluttered my burgundy mascara not too long ago. So it was dried up and empty and sad. But I still have like a bubblegum pink color. So oh, that's neat. And they have blue. Is there like a purple or aqua or something? Oh, there was another color. I'm still salty I didn't get the e.l.f. Liquid Death collab. Still salty. The little commercial they did for it was so funny. Let me take my lip gloss off. Honestly, the skin is looking better. Like, maybe that foundation really did need a minute to just kind of adjust to my skin. Because now I think it looks kind of pretty. I'm going to have to experiment with some more. It's throwing me for a loop. We'll see. Okay, I've got the new lip liner here from Revlon. This is in nude. Let's go ahead and line our lips with this. Ooh, very creamy. So creamy. Nice. Really good shade. Perfect shade. Yeah, that's a nice lip liner color. A little bit reminiscent of Max Spice. Just a little cooler. It's a really good, like, just nude lip liner shade. Good depth level for me, for what I like. I don't think it likes to layer up on itself, like it kind of sets down. This is meant to be long wearing. So, and once you get it there, it's there. But, yeah, pretty color. Alright, let's pick a lipstick. Oh my gosh. Thinking either caramel glaze or glacé or smoky rose. Here's smoky rose. That's pretty. That's a nice color. Very nice soft smoky rose. Quite like that. Just dab that away a little bit. Let's see what a bit of caramel glacé looks like. Okay. She's a little frosty. But kind of pretty. Yeah. I like it. It looks nice. And that kind of looks good with the eye, I think. Yeah, caramel glacé. You're pretty. You're pretty. Very, a little bit cooler neutral. I think it looks good with the eye. Cool. Looks good with the lip liner too. And here's the look complete. Playing with, I guess we could say, some drugstore classic products that have been around for a minute. And for the most part, I think everything came out really pretty. I mean, 1111's not an old product. It's, well, let's see, it's been out a handful of months now, but this is a beautiful palette. And I think it looks really, really nice, what we created with it. Very much kind of getting the vibe of that Mario palette, the new one. The lipstick, beautiful. Even though this is like a frosty pearl finish, I think it looks really nice and just looks like I have a nice gloss on. Like it doesn't look frosty. And the foundation kind of threw me for a loop for a minute there, but now I think now that I've got the powder on, it's kind of like adjusted to the skin. Also gave it a minute to just do its thing. I think it's kind of pretty. Tad has the potential to look heavy. But again, I'm going to continue testing this and we will do a full review, deep dive on it. The Covergirl Cheekers Blush in Soft Sable is stunning. 10 out of 10. That's a home run. Very pretty. Revlon lip liner and eyeliner were great. Was there anything else? I can't remember. So, yeah. Oh, the Poreless Putty Liquid. I think this might be a really good product. I'm going to continue to play with this and let you know. But so far, I really enjoyed the way it felt on the skin. It definitely did a little bit of a blurring effect. It's pretty nice. So, yeah, I think I might like it better than the original Putty Primer. So, there's that. I really do like the way the eye came out. Definitely a little bit of a hung bango, smoky eye. And I kind of like balancing it with a little bit of a warmer cheek. I think that looks good. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you tried anything from this Simply Ageless line from Covergirl and Olay? Let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of this. I'm confused. And yeah, I will do another swatch video of the Revlon lips. Don't you worry. I already got another one filmed, and then we will be filming another one. And yeah, all right. That's all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Stay spooky. If there's any drugstore classic products out there that you think I need to try that I am missing out on, I'm talking that stuff, those hidden gems, let me know down below. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.